So today we are going to learn Pydantic. So we can use. I mean, we are going to use Pydantic and generative AI. So that's why we need to learn Pydantic. So Pydantic is a Python library for data validation. Okay, we can validate our data like it is in a string or it is in float or it is in integer. So we can do data validation by using Pydantic and setting management that uses type hints. Okay, it ensure that input data match the expected types. Okay, like if you give an input a string or integer, so what data should be match the expected type in output also, and perform the automatic type conversion when possible. Okay, so it can also perform automatic conversion. Okay, if need or when it is possible, and provide a detailed error message if validation fail. Okay, so if validation fail and if you have some errors, then it will give you a detailed error. Okay, so the key features of Pydantic: validation automatically check that data match the declared type. Okay, it will automatically match. Okay, and check the data match and declare its type. And type coercion, convert compatible type. Example, 1 2 3 in string, and it give you an 1 2 3 in integer. Error handling, raise the validation error with useful message. Okay, if you have error, then it will raise the validation error and with useful message. I mean, it gives some message on cell or in terminal. Okay, and serialization, easy to convert to dictionary or JSON, or if you have list to tuple and tuple to list, it will easily convert. Okay, and integration widely used in fast API for request response model. Okay, but I'm not using fast API here, so we are going to use generative AI. So that's why we need to use Pydantic in generative AI. We are not studying fast API. Okay, so here you can install by writing this pip install Pydantic. So you need to write this command in cell. Okay, so it will install Pydantic in your terminal like this. Okay, okay, so I have already installed it, so that's why. So requirement already satisfy. Okay, so now if you want to import Pydantic, so how can you import? So from Pydantic, I import base model. Okay, so what is the base model? Base model inherit, I mean Pydantic inherit the property from base model. From Pydantic, import base model. Base model inherit the property from the Pydantic. Okay, here I need to delete this cell, Python cell. So what is base model? In Pydantic, base model is the foundation class. Okay, base model is the foundation class foundation class used to define data model. Okay, it provide automatic validation. I mean, it will do data validation and type conversion, error handling, and serialization, deserialization by enforcing Python type hinting on the fields. Okay, so here this is the base model. We are going to use base model in Pydantic, so that's why we need to learn this thing. What is base model? So in Pydantic, base model is a foundation. Foundation class used to define data model. It provides the data validation, type conversion, and error handling, deserialization, serialization. Okay, and type hinting also. So here we already have one another done data class. Okay, so in Python we have some disadvantages in data class. That's why we use Pydantic. Okay, so in data class in Python it is a decorator. Okay, so data class is kind of decorator from data class. We use data class module here that automatically generate a special method for class like init for use initialization, repr, it is used for representation, etc. Based on its type. annotation field, making it easier to create classes for storing data without writing boilerplate code. Okay, so data class just reduce the boilerplate, no validation. Okay, so it doesn't provide any kind of validation. Like if you give a string, then if you have a variable which is in a string, and you want if you give input in a, if you have like an age and you give it in a string, then data class doesn't mean to define validation. It will give answer in a string also. Okay, like if you have age in integer, then it will give you answer in a integer also. By mistakenly, if you put age equals to in double quotes abc, then it doesn't create any error, and it doesn't have, I mean data class doesn't create any error or doesn't have any problem. This will give, I mean this will return age in a string also. So in python we can use data classes, and we can import by using data model, data class model. Okay, so BaseModel adds validation, type coercion, and error handling on the top. Okay, so data class. Now we are going to see data class versus Pydantic model. Okay, so here we are going to import from data class, import data class. Okay, so here this is the class. Okay, and sorry, this is the decorator data class. This is the decorator. Okay, and this is the class user, and here I need to define user detail like name in string, age in integer, and city in integer. Okay, so here this is the object. Okay, for user class, I'm going to give a name equals to Nidhi, and age equals to 25. Age should be in integer, city in a string, and name is also in a string. Okay, so we are going to print this class, I mean this object. Okay, user class object is a person, so I'm going to print it. So I got response user name Nidhi, age 25, and city Bhopal. Okay, so here I mean this is the data class. Okay, now we can see okay in different cell. I'm going to define user again. This is the new variable user equals to user. Okay, so here I'm going to put this thing again. Okay, so here user equals to user. I'm creating another variable user for this. Okay, I'm okay here. This is the object. Okay, for user class. Okay, so here I'm going to give name equals to Nidhi, age equals to 25. Okay, and I also give here city. I don't want to give city in integer. Okay, sorry, in string. So I give some number here like 20. Okay, so I keep 20 here, and after that I need to print this, print user. So here we can see, here you can see user equals to name Nidhi, age equals to 25, and city equals to 20. Okay, so this data class are not generating any kind of error. Okay, so this will not giving you I mean data validation or error handling. No, 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 no. So this is just give you I wrote city equals to 20, then it will also return in response city equals to 20. Okay, so this is correct or not? So why this is not correct? Okay, we need data validation in our code. Okay, so that's why we are going to use Pydantic. Okay, and after that now compare here this is our first shift data class versus Pydantic model. So in a second we need to create, now compare with Pydantic. Okay, so here I am going to put heading now compare. Compare with what? Hmm. Okay, so here we can see from Pydantic import base model. So here I think I have already imported here. So I need to import this control C. I need to copy it and paste here. Control V. So here from Pydantic I import base model here. Okay. From Pydantic import base model. Now I need to define class equals to person. Okay, so person 1. Here I am going to add a base model. Yeah, you can see this base model, and I need to put columns here, and after that I need to give person detail inside the class, like name. What is the name of person? So here you can see name equals name colon in string. Okay, I want name in string and age in integer, and here you can see city in string. So here we can see Pydantic class. Oh, now here I need to put one mark control B. Okay, so here you can see this is our code for Pydantic, and I have created person class and detail over the person, and this is the object for this class, and print this. Okay, so we are we are using a base model from Pydantic, and after that I need to some changes. I want to create some changes here. So here you can see mm, 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 mm. Here I need to create one another variable. Person 1 equals to for the person class. So here we need to give this detail. We need to provide this detail here. Okay, so Nidhi, here I need to put some like a string. Okay, so here we can see I need to print this print person. Okay, so this will give you error. Okay, that data validation. Here you can see in person class. I mean, in here you can see this is the object for person class. Here and name equals to Nidhi, which is in string, so that's right. And age equals to 25, also in integer, so that's fine. And city is in integer, so no Pydantic not adjust this, not digest this. Okay, so here this is the validation error given via Pydantic. So validation error for person 1. Okay, here you can see, and import should be a validation string. Okay, that input type integer. Okay, input value 78 and type equals to string type. Okay, so here we can see this will generate, I mean this is generating validation error from here. Okay, and this line in Pydantic. Okay, but in data class we don't have any error. Okay, so we got this and we perfectly run this, and we didn't have any data validation error in our cell. Okay, so this will generate output like name equals to Nidhi, age equals to this, and city equals to 20. Okay, but in Pydantic This will check and give the data validation error. Okay, if you put if you give data in wrong format, then it will generate error. Okay, so that's why we are going to use Pydantic. Otherwise we usually use what data class. Okay, so error. Here you can see error. We got error. Pydantic enforce type validation. City must be string, not an integer. Okay, city must be string, not an integer. This is why Pydantic is useful for AI pipeline. It guarantee structure correctness. Okay, so it will give a output in structure format and correct with correctness. Okay, so that's why we are going to use Pydantic in generative AI. It like city must be in a string, sorry, yes, not in integer. Okay, so here after that uh, uh, we need to learn one thing. Mhm. Mhm. Number two is like option field. Like option field can be none. Okay, so if we have lots of field, we can give it as an option. So field can be none and default value equals to none, or maybe equals to true, so make them no required. Okay, so if we keep default value equals to none and true, so make them no requirement, so we don't need it. Okay, so here we can see I need to write code for this. Here we can see from typing import optional. Here we can check this one. From typing import optional, and here we can see I need to create class employee. So I am giving here emp, sorry. Now I'm going to keep here base model. I need to use column. Here I am giving some detail of employee like id in integer, name. Name should be in string str. Okay, and department also in string str. Mhm. Salary, so I'm going salary. Okay, so I define it as sales by salary. So salary is I'm going to keep it as optional. Okay, so capital O, small p, tion, optional, and I am giving float. Okay, so if we have like a salary um, in point, okay, in float, so here I need to give float here, float, and here I need to define none, n-o-n-e, none, and here none is active, colon optional. I am going to keep it as a boolean. So here I am keep keeping it as a boolean equals to, or this one equals to true. Okay, so here now I am going to create object emp1 emp1 for emp class emp. Here I am going to put detail of employee, so id equals to 1 comma name equals to Nidhi comma department equals to, so here we can give it for department like IT. Now I am going to print it. Print emp1. So here we can see ID equals to 1 and employee name is equals to Nidhi and department where is Nidhi working in IT department, and salary none. Okay, because salary we are giving optional, so salary none and adjective it true. Okay, here you can see salary uh, salary showing none, and after that we need to create salary equals to none and adjective is equals to true. So here I need to create another employee 2 equals to employee class id equals to 2 name equals to Sami. So name should be in str here comma department equals to HR comma salary equals to like 50,000. Okay, now is active equals to false. Okay, so now I'm going to print this employee emp2. So you can see here id equals to 2 name equals to Sami and department HR. Okay, and salary equals to 15,000 and adjective equals to false. So both are valid. Okay, here you can see both are valid in optional field. You can give optional any field if you want it necessary, then you can ignore optional. Okay, and both are valid. Okay, uh, mm. Now I am going to create third point, that is list and validation. List and validation. Okay, so here we can import this. Okay, I mean here we can copy it and paste here from import. So I need to change here from typing import list. Okay, so I am going to import list from typing. Here I am going to create a class equals to classroom. Classroom. Okay, this is the base model. So here I am going to write room number, in a string. Okay, student students in a string, what I want it in list. Okay, and capacity mine. So here we can see this is a list in a student. We want in a list, so that is in string. That should be in a string, and capacity is equals to integer. Okay, so here this is the object for classroom. So room number equals to B101. Okay, so here this is the room number. Okay, so here room number, and after that I need to create a student. I need to erase this. Okay, so here I need to create a student equals to, here we can put some student name. uh, uh, um, Sunita, Rahul, Geeta. Students Sunita, Rahul, Geeta. Why I am getting error here? Okay, we'll check after this. Now I need to define capacity. Capacity equals to 30. So here I need to keep student equals to some student name Sunita, Rahul and Geeta, and capacity equals to 30. Now I am going to print it with classroom. So here you can see room number equals to this one and student name mm, Sunita, Rahul, Geeta. Okay, so capacity equals to 30 and print classroom. Now we can see here it will automatically convert tuple. This is the tuple. Okay, student, we already define student in a tuple. Okay, so this will give us student in a list. Here you can see this is the list. and this is the capacity of the, I mean number you can define here, how many students inside this tuple. Okay, so after that I need to create invalid value. Okay, so here classroom, I need to copy this here, invalid value classroom equals to room number. Here I am giving AI student equals to in list. Okay, and capacity equals to 30. So we got error here. I'm going to print this. Class object is not callable. So here we can see this is the class, this is the room in bracket, room number equals to AI, comma, student, student in list Sunita Rahul Gita. So here I want to change Sunita, comma 1 2 3. Okay, and capacity equals to 30. Now I am going to print it. So class object is not callable. So this will give you error invalid value classroom room number AI Sunita and 1 2 3 and capacity equals to 30 print invalid value. So I also have code in my another file. You can see here this one. Validation error. Here we can copy and paste. Okay, so uh, these are generating error. Okay, so invalid value class because we have a student in integer, so we got error here. Mm. So we can see here list and validation. So this is the class, and here I have imported a list. This is the details of class student, and here I'm going. I defined um, object. This is the object, and here this is this is print statement for the student class, oh sorry, classroom. So here this is the detail. We have students in tuple but we got output in a list. Okay, so if you write write student in integer and you already put students would be in string and in list, so it will generate error. So it will give you error validation. Okay, if you use invalid data time. Okay, so after that, um, I need to learn nested model. So here I need to copy from here nested model. Okay, and now I'm going to copy code also for nested model. So these are the class one is address, and this is the base model, and this is the details of address details like a street and city and zip code. Okay, so street in string and city should be string, and zip code also in not in string but in integer. Over here you can see another class, customer. Okay, so this is the customer class, and here you can see customer detail, customer id, customer name and customer address. Okay, so after that, input can use dictionary for nested model. Now we can use dictionary, input can use. So here I need to define object for customer class. Here this is the employee id, employee name and address. Okay, so here address, we are going to fetch address from class 1, which is address. So address equals to, we need to define street, here street 123 man. Okay, and city, Boston or zip code 04107. Okay, now I'm going to print this. Customer is not defined. Oh, what happening? Customer equals to customer. Name customer is not defined. This is the customer class and this is the customer object. Why it is okay? So maybe I haven't run. Okay, so you can see uh, this is the class address and customer, and this is our object customer, and here this is the detail of customer and this is the address. Okay, so here I'm going to print it. Now we can see customer id, customer name, address and address, sorry, address this. So here you can see what are going to see. Okay, so Pydantic will automatic cast 04107 into an integer. Okay, so this is the powerful LLM, often written everything as a string. Pydantic fix this. Okay, so here you can see in zip code I have 04107. Okay, but Pydantic it automatically correct it. Okay, and give it in integer 4107. Okay, Pydantic will automatically cast 04107 into a 4107 in integer. Okay, so this is the powerful LM, after return everything as a string, and Pydantic find it. So now I'm going to create heading again, heading number 5. field customization and constants. Okay, so here field customization and constant. Here you can see importing from Pydantic import field. Okay, so here I am going to import field. Okay, so field customization and constant. Okay, so here this is the class item, class name is item, and here item is name, price and quantity. Okay, so item name, item price and item quantity. So name should be in string and price float, and quantity would be in integer. So name equals to field minimum length equals to 2 and maximum length equals to 50. Okay, so your name not in like a NC, so you need to give your name a minimum length upper than the minimum length 2 and maximum and less than the maximum length equals to 50, and price should be in float, and field greater than equals to 0 and greater than equals to 0, greater than 0 and less than equals to 1000. Okay, so here quantity in integer and field equals to greater equals to greater than equals to 0. So here we can see validation rule. Minimum validation rule here, minimum length, maximum length for a string. Okay, minimum length and maximum length for a string, and great gt means greater than, g means greater than equals to. Okay, le means less than equals to. Okay, so this is the numeric ones. Okay, here you can see greater than, less than, less than equals to, greater than equals to, greater than. So here this is the item equals to item, and here name equals to item, name equals to book. So I need to run this here. Item equals to item, name equals to book, and price 10 and quantity 10 and price item, print item. So here you can see price in float and quantity 10 and book name is book. So this works if price is -5, then it will give you a validation error. Okay, so now uh, I think you got it. Field customization and constant. Okay, so we just need to customize our field. Okay, by using greater than, less than, minimum length, maximum length. Okay, and after that we need to study metadata with field. Okay, so here you can see this is the class user. Okay, so here this is the detail username in a string, age in integer, email in a string. Okay, so metadata with field. Okay, so we are going to use field with metadata. Okay, so field we need to write description, unique user for the user, and default equals to 18, and description equals to user age. uh, age, in age you can see age equals to, default age equals to 8. If you don't have any kind of, if you don't have age in the this field, then it will give you default value 18. Okay, this description, in description user age default to the 18. 18. Okay, so email should be in string and field default factory lambda. Okay, so I think you know lambda from Python. Okay, and this is the same lambda function from Python. And user at the rate example.com. Okay, so this is the email address, default, and description default email address. Okay, and username also in string and field description unique user for the user, because we want user unique name, username unique. So print user model JSON schema. So that's we got result in schema. Here you can see property user name and description, username, unique username for the user, and title username type string. So these are the field. Here this is the age, and we got this is in JSON default equals to 18, and description user age default to 18, and title age. So this is all in JSON format. So guys, I think you got it. So we finished Pydantic. Okay, by Pydantic important in generative AI, and by this matter in generative AI, stick validation. Okay, AI output can be noisy. Okay, noisy have a different kind of data types. So Pydantic enforce clean structure. Okay, a nested model good for rec pipeline, answer plus sources. Okay, and constant prevent invalid tool call and agents. Okay, and schema many generative AI framework LangChain, llama index, open AI function calling. Okay, so many generative AI framework rely on Pydantic to define structure output. So guys, we finished Pydantic. I think you got it. Bye bye, take care. If you have any doubt, please do comment. Bye bye, see you again.